Hello everyone, Worst Music of the Year here, and yes, I am trying out a new background. All these paintings, I did those. They're technically replicas, but I did those. Anyways, since I personally feel that my Worst Songs of 2000 video did not meet my standards of quality, list-wise or script-wise, I decided to redo the entire thing. Not only is this list better, but the script is better too. So now that you have a decent idea of what I'm trying to do, let's get started. But first, some honorable mentions. This used to be on my actual list. Honestly, it's not good, but it's really not that bad either. There's nothing really offensively bad about it, but there does happen to be a stunning lack of good qualities found in it though. There's no emotion, no real effort, it's really dull, and it sounds exactly like Britney's first single, to which I blame Max Martin. Seriously, screw Max Martin. Speaking of Martin, this song used to be number 3 on my list. Can you believe it? Well, it is really loud and annoying. There's nothing really else wrong with it, so I've decided to bump it down to an honorable mention. It still sucks, but not that much.
Yo, listen up, here's the story.
While the beat of this song may be pretty good, the lyrical content is absolutely terrible. Usually I don't put too much weight on the lyrics when it comes to dance songs, but this is going too far. Yeah, it would have been on the list if there weren't so much crap released this year. Yeah, more on Creed later. Well, now that I've gotten the honorable mentions out of the way, let's get started with the real list. Start off the list with a song you'll probably get to hear, and that's probably for the better. Don't worry everyone, this is the most obscure song on the list. Trust me, I had to dive low into the Billboard year-end Hot 100 in 2000 to find this piece of garbage. The beat is kinda terrible, the lyrics are kinda terrible, but most of all, this kid just can't sing. Child performers aren't usually great, but at least they sometimes have potential. This Sammy kid sounds like he just ran a marathon. There's really not much else to say about this song, it's just blandly terrible. Next! It pains me to have to put this terrible song so low. But what must be done, must be done. After hearing the song only 3 times, its obnoxious catchiness caused it to latch into my brain and bury itself for a week. It was torturous. The lyrics in the song are lazily written, the instruments are uninspired, and Faith Hill's performance is less than satisfying. The amount of autotune slacked onto this crap is insane, and can be really annoying at times. Now, all of this is annoying, but it all takes a back seat to what may possibly be the most irritating thing in pop music history. Not only is this noise so freakishly irritating and overproduced that it changes from an emotional belt to a battle cry, it's enough to bump this song onto the list and all the way up to number 9. Just imagine what atrocities managed to rank higher than this overproduced piece of crap. Note, anything with the word savage in it is a terrible name for this band. This song is slow, boring, cheesy, schmaltzy, dull, and just awful. Of all the songs that hit number 1 in 2000, this is the 3rd worst. The cheesy, lovey-dovey, overly innocent lyrics are nearly intolerable, and the beat doesn't help matters, as it happens to fit perfectly with the lyrics, turning the entire thing into a huge mesh of everything wrong with music in 2000 combined. And this isn't even the worst of the dull, powerless ballads on this list. For that, join me at number 7. The Creed are not a good band. Let me just get that out of the way. I don't have the burning hatred for Creed that some people seem to have, but still, Creed's songs are terrible. Many consider Higher to be Creed's worst 2000 single, but at least Higher is interesting. With Arms Wide Open, however, is not. The this song is supposed to be about a newborn baby, but comes off more as a death in the family. This mostly comes down to Scott Stapp's terrible wood chipper vocals, which could make any song sound terrible. Not that this song could have been good to begin with. The boring, uninspired guitar work makes that perfectly clear. The only good thing I can say about this song is that while it may be a powerless train wreck of a ballad, at least it isn't as stupid or as reprehensible as the songs to come. Get ready everyone, for we are now entering the Worse Than Baby by Justin Bieber zone. A zone that I find to be quite self-explanatory. Let's go!
All night long, let me see that
Thong Song by Cisco is generally considered one of the worst songs of all time. To this I agree, but I do feel that there are several worse songs out there than this mostly harmless, irritatingly stupid R&B tune.
This thing right here is letting all the ladies know what guys talk about. You know, the finer things in life.
You can tell from the very first lines in the song that it's trying to be some kind of political commentary poking fun at the way men only care about sex. A commentary I would find to be quite sexist if it weren't performed by a guy, but any attempts at satire fall flat on their face when Cisco compares a woman's butt to a truck, along with many, many, many more stupid lyrics. The only good thing to say about the lyrics in this song is that they at least had a morsel of thought put into them, which is more than I can say about this.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25.
This piece of noise probably shouldn't even be on this list, as, let me make this perfectly clear, this is not a song. This is nothing but a mass-produced product made strictly for the purpose of cashing in on graduations. This wasn't a real production with emotionally inspired lyrics. This was a hacked music producer hiring a random person to terribly perform a song that he wrote in 2 minutes and slapping a poorly sampled remix of Pachelbel's Canon onto it.
Keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon.
The emotional experience of graduating high school mentioned in the song are so dumbed down to the point where a 3-year-old could understand them. You can tell the writer never actually graduated from high school. They just watched some terrible sitcoms and wrote down what they saw.
And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember.
Not to mention, the tune of this song sounds like something you hear in the Care Bears show. The fact that this got released and people actually bought it at all is astounding to me. How did they fail to notice the complete lack of effort put into this? And speaking of lack of effort, honestly, what is there to talk about here? I think the repulsiveness of this song is plain and simple, as the beat is awful and the lyrics are the music equivalent of white noise. Madonna's obnoxious vocals don't help matters, as they mix poorly with the beat, making the entire song taste like a combination of hot sauce and orange juice after you just brush your teeth. The worst part of this song is that it hit #1 on Billboard, meaning that in some point in time, this song was the most popular song in America. Even the mere thought of that is pathetic and sad.
Lick you from your head to your toes, and I wanna move from the bed down to the floor, and I wanna.
Did he ever mention I hate Bangladesh? The music producer, not the country. In this song, Bangladesh provides one of its trademark weak beats, which, as usual, completely clashes with the chorus, making this already bad song borderline unlistenable. While the beat proves to be the worst part of the song, there's plenty more to uncover. Shauna, the guest performer, is easily the second most annoying part of the song. The lyrics are very vague as well, and they don't go into much detail about the fantasy itself within the chorus, the only memorable part of the song. A little tip to the writers: instead of making your performer stutter, write some lyrics.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
What is there to say about this song that hasn't already been said several times? The song is really, really stupid. The metaphor comparing ugly women to dogs is rude, misogynistic, and really inconsiderate. The constant shouting is annoying. The song tries to walk a line between fun and stupid, but ends up just plummeting straight into the stupid side. The beat is annoying. Everything that can go wrong in Junkanoo music did go wrong here. The worst part of this is that sports games are now and forever tainted with this abomination, as many professional teams with dogs as mascots have this as their team anthem, which is probably the only reason that it charted in the first place. And the #1 worst song of 2000 is... What do you get when you take the little brother of a member of NSYNC and make him record a single at the age of 12 or 13? You get Aaron's Party, the worst song of 2000. We kick off the song with an annoying beat, then we hear these lyrics.
Here's a little bit of old school for you. That goes a little something like this.
And you know you're in for a terrible ride.
People all around, you got to.
Aaron proceeds to tell us a story of how he held the party of the year at his house. He goes into little detail about anything, except for how he got his parents out of the house.
Now all I gotta do is get my parents out. Should I send them to a movie? Send them to a show. Let me think. It's gotta be long though.
Because that's what we wanted to know the most about, right? The insignificant details that lead nowhere? No one cares about how you got all these people to show up, or what led you to throw the party, do they? I don't think anyone's gonna try to convince you otherwise that this song is nothing but a terrible attempt to cash in on the fame of NSYNC and pander to 9-year-olds. Don't ask me how it ever touched the top 40, but somehow it did. And it made money. So let's just pray that no one ever makes a song with the little brother of someone from One Direction. I'm Worst Music of the Year. Sorry for scarring you with the thought of that happening. Good night.